would make more sense to put you here, wouldn't it? Hi friends, it is currently 1:43 p.m. on the 2nd. It is the last day of summer break. Classes start tomorrow. My schedule today is pretty simple, and by that I mean I have a lot of stuff to do. I have a call with Amanda at 3, so my goal is to notate as much of May and Ananka as I can today so I can send that over and do the background check today as well. And then I'll have 5 songs left in the first act for me to notate and go through and rework in the act. We go into production in 5 weeks, but we're starting to do the casting and sending out books and meeting with directors now. So it's, again, kind of crazy how that sort of works out. Very nervous about this, but let me show you something cool I made. So that right there is all the song titles in Act 1, color-coded, and then the black dots means that I've done that. It's divided into 6 sections: lyrics, music, final music, notation, and updating the book. And those are all the song titles abbreviated. And this is how I'm able to sort of keep track of what I need to do. If you saw the vlog from last week or 2 weeks ago, you know that I have one of those in my actual notebook. But I have found that because, I was at my mom's, so I really couldn't hang stuff up and like visually see what I needed to do. And that was a detriment to me. Staying at my mom's was like really good for my brain and very good for like relaxing and like, making my way out. But now that I need to lock in, I really need to like create all these little visual things that I'm going to be seeing all the time so that I am aware that they're coming. So anyway, I don't want to get started. I left my water outside, so my hair just came down. I just really don't want to get started. I'm not really loving working right now, but I know that things are going to get really, really difficult, especially with the fact that thesis work starts and that's going to take over my life. And I need to lock in and finish as much as I can because these first 2 weeks are going to be not as quote unquote class heavy. I'm going to have thesis work, but not real class. And then after that, it'll be like class on class on class. So anyway, I'll check in with you later. Hi friends, it is currently 3:39 p.m. I'm calling this my cap era. This feels more me right now. Yeah, last year at NYU has officially started. I do have work for my thesis today. I also have work for... Oh my God, I had another phone call. And that was my physical therapist. I just got an appointment. I have been working on notating stuff on and off. The first 6 songs are already like shared with Felipe, all the changes and stuff that's gonna happen. And so I have to get all this other new material that I have written and putting it like literally like paper to paper. So I'm going to do that now. I spent a lot of the time yesterday doing something that probably wasn't like the best use of my time, but be helpful to me, creating stuff with the lyrics and just putting the notes. It's just, I never think about notation when I'm writing. I just don't find that it's actually conducive to my process at all. But now that I have to put this sort of notation down, figure out how to put it on the page, because to me, it's like I hear lyric in my head above all. So I have this space until 4:30. So I will try and get all of this done in the next 45 minutes so that I can go home. It is currently 1:16, September 5th. Sorry, I haven't been vlogging, mostly because I've just been in a pretty anxious headspace. Lots of stuff has gone down behind the scenes to the point that I can't really even talk about it. But I'll put this in here just because I don't know if it'll be public by then, but like my producer is moving back to Texas and they're going to be working both, so they've just been unreachable. And so it's like just a lot of things are happening and not necessarily where I want to vlog, but I did want to just come in here and let you know that I finally finished notating Mea Naranja. It took me longer than I would like, especially because like my approach to writing for theater is to like demo it out as a singer first and sing a melody that comes to like my head with the lyrics and the chords, and then like notate it. And as I'm notating it, I'm then like refining the idea, making changes, all things like that. So it's like this constant process of like editing and retooling, and it just takes me a really long time to be satisfied. Not to mention, I'm so thankful to work with an arranger like Felipe, who instead of just being like, all right, here's the score, arrange it as is, and you know, just whatever I write on there. He's like, are you sure you wanted this? Is this what you meant? Have you considered? And that is the sort of collaboration that I just love about theater making, and why I think an arranger is like a producer if you do pop music. So it's just really, really thankful to have someone who like doesn't let me settle and like calls me out and it's like, is this really what you want? And making me be like, no, I think that musically I want this. We have class at 10 a.m. tomorrow, which just feels so silly to me. I'm like over classes being this early, but whatever. And then tomorrow the plan is to like notate again, but this time here in Estados Unidos, which is Rosa's song, because that's sort of the last song that I really need to get done to send out with offers that I'm making. Because like each actress who will be playing one of the big parts, the big four, it's Megan, Alejandra, Rosa, and Natalie. Like those, in my opinion, the big four. Each of them has a solo, so I want them, right, to have it as the offer goes out, so they're able to hear the demo and like really embrace it. So that's the vibe at the moment. I haven't had the best day up here, and the universe itself also hasn't had the best day, so just gonna take the positives where I can get them. Hi friends, it is currently 8:12 p.m. I ended up staying really late last night, like 5:30 or so, and then I had class, so I was in class today from like 10 to 12, was able to hang out with some friends, get to talk shop with them. But that is not what this vlog is about. Although, you know, once I think we decide what the thesis is going to be, I might share some of it here once we're done with it, just because I think it's a piece of work that I'll definitely be trying to get produced. So it makes sense to share a little bit about its journey here as well, just because it's my career. But right now, this is Café con Leche work. It's 8:15 and it's time to get started. My plan for today is to finish notating here in Estados Unidos, which looks like this. Definitely set up to do music notation work. Last night I spent a lot of time notating here. I'm not very good at that, so I just, you know, I get my notes and then I work my way through ear as I'm notating it. I know if you're a professional like composer, you went to music school, this is not the way that most composers notate, but this is a reality of my process as of now. I'm hopeful that with more practice and specifically just making more scores, I'll do better with it. That's sort of the plan. Ignore the mess, okay? It's just me. Hi friends, it is currently 2:51 a.m. I meant to finish the song, and then as I was notating it, it hit me. Oh, the range is too small. Now I have to rewrite the entire B section. I really like the rhythm, but the melody needs a whole overhaul, and I just need to hear it, and it's just too late to do that. My roommate, you know, he's sleeping. I'm starting to get very stressed about this. My opportunity to be you here in Estados Unidos, here in Estados Unidos, here. That second verse is kind of trash. Let me hear in context. Okay, maybe I need to take this. I just really like the way that sounds. Yep, it's kind of a call to my turn. Huh. Don't like to work on Saturdays, but that schedule is over because now I have grad school. I've been working on this all day, and Black Clover I have just playing in the background because this does make me want to kill myself. But after hours of suffering, it's done. I finished notating this. The demo I finished recording yesterday, but this is the melody I want. The thing about like singing and being a singer first is that I love writing melodies that feel good to the voice, and this is a marathon. This is a beast. This is literally like an alto mezzo song that is pushing limits both in like the bass, like I have them singing in F2. When we get a woman who is in the right age and her voice is in the right timbre, this song is gonna make me cry. This has to be one of my favorite lyrics I've ever written, and it's also definitely, I think, one of the strangest songs I've ever written. It doesn't have like my typical pop structure, and it's not an AABA. I just sort of let the lyrics guide me in how they wanted to be set, and this is like the first time I've really done that. I still need to like retool the book so that I have the right lyrics, because right now, like Baby You're Gay, musically, she's there. Lyrically, baby, she is not there. Baby, she is not gay. A good song with a good melody will always be better than like a great lyric and a good song. But in musical theater, which is all about story, you can't get away with just a banger. You know what I'm saying? You gotta actually write a lyric that makes sense emotionally and that expresses what the character is trying to say, and that is enhanced by the music. And so while I do think like a good song can be made with a mediocre lyric and a great melody, I don't think a musical theater song can be made without having a great lyric. And that's where I spent just a lot of my time. Enough chit chat. I'm probably gonna go shower. Hi friends. I'm finally calling it. Started working on the background check. The funniest thing about this song is that I have had this song in my head since I wrote it in like 2021. You can actually go see the video of me writing this song like the week that I did it. It's in year one. You know, I'm revising the score now to fit the new melody I wrote that's gonna fit this new thing. Also, that's Black Clover in the background that I do while I'm notating because I hate it. It's also now a male character, so I have to shift the pitch, shifting the octave now. I'm gonna see if that works. I know that Blake is a tenor because Joaquin is a bass/baritone, and he's my only other like significant male singing part. I can't believe this score got me into BMI, like into the final round, and it got me into grad school. It got me into the composer lyricist track. Like this song has gone very far and has opened a lot of doors for me. And now I'm looking at it and there are so many mistakes in the score. So, you know, it goes to show it's really about like the quality of the song above how it looks on the page. And that is just so interesting to like see in person. It's just cool to go back and like finally get to use this song in a performance, because this song has been in my trunk for cafe for so long. I wrote it and now I finally get to hear it in performance, because I've never heard it in performance. It's literally been just me. I'm gonna go to bed now. I'll see you mañana. Whew.